with the two Aussies, well, a Kiwi and an Aussie, Jim Richards and Peter Brock off the front row in the drawn grid for this one. And they're barreling away, as you could see, that I think it was Kane Scott or maybe our own three-sport man, Dickie Johnson, getting very loose there, Andy McElray.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit loose on the first lap. That's a pretty normal situation. The tyres are still coming up in temperature. That's really all that was there.
So out front in the Farmer's car, that's Brocky leading away from Jim Richards in the Tally's car. Kane Scott coming in very close behind him there as they go onto the infield. Oh, and a bit of a nudge there from the Master Trade car, Paul Radisich at the wheel of that Mustang. So these are teammates, but doesn't appear to be a great deal of love lost just now.
No, they're certainly all out there just for the one thing, and I'm sure that Paul and Kane are both after the same position, as are all the other guys.
Well, Brocky's getting a bit of a break here because I can't help feeling JR, who's had so little time in the setup of this car. The Chevy Camaro had just been dogged with problems, and now he's getting the go-by. In fact, swamped. Well, is he swamped? Not quite. Kane Scott pulled alongside, but he may be denied the passing move as they go down there, put one lap down behind him. Kane Scott pulls into the third spot, okay, but finding it very difficult to go by the Chevy this time.
Yeah, that's JR in the Tally's car. There's Kane having a look down the outside now, under brakes at the end of the back straightaway. Going into Higgins, yeah, looks like Kane's pulled a move.
Taken the line, yep, he's got it safely. Master Trade car there of Paul Radisich, because of course right behind him in the three-sport car, Dick Johnson trying to apply the pressure as well and make up some ground. So on this side in the number 4 car, Radisich, Dickie Johnson going underneath him. Great stuff there from the three-sport car. Looking good, Dick Johnson. Nice to have the backing of three-sport on this guy as he's on the charge. And now it's Brocky locking it up a little bit as Kane Scott really puts the pressure on Andy McElray. This is one hell of a race.
Yeah, this is a fantastic race, and Brocky's doing a great job in the Camaro because they're a little bit down on straight line speed for the Mustangs. You see Kane having a look around the outside going into the big sweeper.
Yes, well, the two Chevys have had a very difficult time because your guys, your Auto News cars really had a march on them, but having given them the start, they're really putting up a great fight.
Yeah, I see Steve in the Auto News Camaro is having a little bit of trouble with traffic at the moment. Hopefully in a couple of laps he'll get a little bit clear and get back in the hunt with these guys. I see he's got past Dino Crescentini now, so that's a start.
So Jimmy Richards holding down the third spot. Look how wide that car is as Dickie Johnson looking down one side and down the other, Paul Radisich, and Johnson getting just a little bit off on the turn.
See, I see Radisich having a big look up the outside. There he is.
And
Johnson
Dickie goes through.
Yeah,
Got him.
and Steve. And Millen past.
Oh, yes.
Millen at the inside of Radisich. Beautiful move going around.
And
Splash.
Radisich just turned around. See that? He got a contact on him.
Goodness me.
Oh, it's all go in this race. Radisich will resume at the back of the pack in the Master Trade Mustang.
Paul won't be very happy about that. He was turned around in the first race as well with his Telstar touring car race, so he's not having a good day so far.
Well, now it's defending champ. Kane Scott got the lead of the race. Let's see if we can't pick up a bit of a chat. No, I don't think it's time to talk to Dick right now because he gets a knock. Your teammate, Andy McElray, that was Steve Millen, got him.
Yes. Sensational move. That was a little unfortunate that Dick seemed to close Steve off a little bit there. Never mind.
Well, we said it was going to be full frontal action, and it certainly has been. There's Steve Millen now in the Auto News car, just holding off Jimmy Richards in the Tally's car. Jimmy's really will be quite pleased with this run, I think, because, as we said, has felt he didn't really have enough time to get to grips with the car. Slowing there, the Auto News car. Some problem in the infield.
Steve may have missed a gear or something, but that didn't look very good. He has slowed down. That's a shame.
Well, we've got a very worried Andy McElray here with us now because, of course, he's down to drive this car later. This is his car for the national rounds.
Goodness me, I hope he hasn't broken it for me.
Go and smack his hand at the end of it, that's for sure. So Kane Scott out front. Now pressure for the second place. This is Jimmy Richards fighting off Dino Crescentini. In fact, it's further down the field than that. Crescentini in the Vallejo car, fighting over third and fourth. JR just managing to hold him out, and that's all. Two very similar looking cars, but of course JR's almost brand new. You can see that Dick Johnson's just been resuming this race, been into the pit lane, probably for some panel repairs, I would think. But this fight very willing going on here Out front of these guys, Kane Scott and Peter Brock. Then in third place, this car, the 85 Tellys car of Jimmy Richards, and Dino Crescentini, the American rock drummer, in the fourth spot. This is the best race Jimmy's had so far, Andy, and I think he'll probably get the guys in the team will get a lot of confidence out of this probably just to get a good run out of the car.
Yeah, that's dead right. Jimmy's obviously had limited testing in this car, along as with Rocky, and really got to give Jim a lot of credit for getting this car up at speed so quick and to be winding off Dino, the regular Trans Am runner from the States. It's a really good effort by Jim. Climbing over the curbs, he's certainly pressing on as hard as he can go at the moment.
Well, in fact, I think he might be picking up a little bit of ground, in fact, and moving away from Dino Crescentini just ever so slightly, taking the pressure off himself just a little. Car's not so quick into the corners, so not so good under braking as Crescentini's car, but seems to have the mumbo going out of it.
See, they're actually closing up again now. And, a couple of laps, 3 laps to go, I believe, but there's cameras on Jim at the moment, but they're all seeming to close up, but now Kane's still leading from Rocky, then Jim and Crescentini following up.
Yeah, well, they're all in the infield right now on the old part of the Manfield circuit, going the other way around, of course, as we said before. For this, here's our race leader, and definitely coming under pressure from Peter Brock. So Brocky being right there, hanging now, and coming back at our race leader in the Shell car. Peter Brock in the Farmers Chevy Camaro, starting to gain a little ground. It's a matter with the times running out from just 2 laps to go now. Our man in the 3-Sport car, we caught in the background, Dickie Johnson, going quite slowly. So this is where the fight is for these first 4 places. So defending champ Kane Scott has had to really fight his way to the front of this race, that's for sure. Watch what happens now with Paul Radisich. It is the Tellys car of Jimmy Richards who he tangles with on the infield, both fighting for the line as they took the right-hander. A fight now for third place. See what happens to Dick Johnson. Steve Millen coming through on the inside, and Dickie gets the tap on the side, and it's goodbye onto the infield. Let's have another look at that from the 3-Sport race cam.
Yeah, I think rather than doing a fantastic driving job, Kane's just done a good job of keeping his nose clean and keeping out of trouble in this race. And sure enough, he's found himself at the front. So you've got to congratulate him for doing that.
About 4 car lengths in it now from first back to second. There we see the car of Peter Brock, the Farmers Chevy. Then Jimmy Richards in the Tellys car, and Crescentini in the Vallejo Chevy already coming back. And Dino carrying one of our in-car cams for 3-Sport today. So he's delivering great pictures. Dino Crescentini, guy who's run up to 4th place in the Trans Am series in the States. So he's definitely knows what it's all about. And now trying to let Jimmy Richards know that I want to get through. Just 1 lap to go. And this is where the fight is. It's for 2nd place. So Kane Scott safely got ahead of these guys just a little bit. Not such a big break, but he's leading them in, that's for sure.
I think what you'll find Kane's doing is probably just taking it easy now, a little conserving his tyres, because there was a rumour around that Kane will be running on the same set of tyres all day today. So that's probably his main concern at the moment.
Well, able to tiptoe now, no problem. Just got the front straight to go as the checkered flag awaits for the defending champion, Kane Scott. Leading home, Peter Brock manages to hold off Jimmy Richards, and Dino Crescentini rounds out the top 4.
Feel the excitement trackside on 3-Sport this Saturday at 4 o'clock. Catch the action from last week's Street.